Oh, that's way too low. Make that higher. Not too high. Beautiful. Perfect angle for the two-shot. The face. Not too high, not too low. Not really centered, but there we go. Good intro, good intro. Welcome everybody back to the channel. This is going to be full of spoilers, I guess. I don't really care about doing spoiler-free reviews. Please like, comment, and subscribe because it helps the channel out. I've got an itchy armpit. Oh, Jesus Christ. This new deodorant I bought is fucking terrible. It smells like shit and it's itchy. I need to go back to the old one, but I'm lazy to go to the shops. Anyway, the movie that I just came from the cinemas, watched two films. The first one is Only the Animals. It's a French film, and the second one is Conjulian. I'm going to start talking about Only the Animals, and then the next video will be the other film, so go check that out if you're interested. Only the Animals is a 2019 thriller / drama. And the premise of the movie, it's French, so it's subtitled, and the whole thing is in French. In case you missed out and didn't hear me properly, it's in French. So the description is a woman disappeared. After a snowstorm, her car is discovered on a road to a small remote village. While the police don't know where to start, 5 people are linked to the disappearance, each one with his or her own secret. Now, as with every movie I fucking say, I did not watch a trailer, I did not know what to expect. I didn't even know it was subtitled until I got to the cinemas. I was surprised, like, oh fuck, alright, I've got to read this shit. I've got a pimple, it's annoying. I've got to read this shit. And you gotta be in the mood to watch a subtitled movie. It's not really gripping, not entertaining. It's easy to drift away and zone out of it. And as you can see, my attention span is not that fucking good. But I fucking loved this movie. The start was very, very slow. I'll give it that. Just trying to find what rating I gave it, just to jog my memory. I write down the rating straight after the movie to get my initial first reaction. Okay. The start was very, very slow. Maybe the first half an hour, I was a little bit confused about what the fuck was happening, where it was going. But as the movie progresses, the second half of the movie really, really fucking picks up for me. And it makes sense why the first half of the movie, a lot of the pieces to the film was missing. A lot of the stuff was hidden. We weren't sure what was going on, and they kept things secret and in the dark. But as I said, the second half of the movie, everything kind of intertwines and joins together and starts to make sense. So the first very beginning scene of the movie is a fucking goat screaming on the back of a African. So it starts off in a village in Africa, where they speak French. I forget the exact town's name. I apologize. But this boy is riding a bicycle with a goat on his back, screaming, and it's a really interesting start to the film. Because the next maybe 45 minutes to hour, we never see them again, and it's a bit confusing as to why that was the first opening scene and the relevance of it. But as the movie progresses, as I said, it all makes sense and everything is linked together. What I really enjoyed about this movie is that it shows. So you see the whole events of the film probably in the first half an hour, and then they replay the events that unfold through different character perspectives. I think up to starts off with the female, the social worker. Then you kind of see Michael's perspective, and then you see the African boy's perspective, and then you see the female lover perspective. Maybe 4 people's perspectives. And then you see, what's his name? The lady, the social worker lady, the man that she's fucking. His name escapes me. Let me have a look. It's triggering me. Michael, not Michael. Joseph, and you see Joseph's perspective. So 5 people, and we get to see 5 people's point of view. What am I going to say? Yes, I liked how it showed different perspectives. I liked how it showed every single character's kind of romance and love was kind of things looked perfect on the outside, and it was kind of like the mystery movie, whereas we kind of had to put the piece together ourselves. But as the movie unfolded, it was like, oh fuck, okay, that's not really what occurred. Because when you watch, let's say, the next character's perspective, we actually get to see the actual event that happened and why they had a certain reaction to the social situation that we thought before, and how people interpret different events uniquely, and they assume a lot of things along the way without actually knowing the truth. And how fucking gullible humans are, especially with Michael and the chick, or the male on the online email, and he just gave him fucking money for no reason, because he loved her, even though he never met her in his life. But anyway, yeah, overall it was a really, really good film. I was really not interested, as I said, in the first half an hour. The second half pushed me over the edge into loving it. Even though it was subtitled and in French, I was engrossed in it, and I felt like with subtitle films, when they're really, really good, you get to the point where you forget that even subtitled and talking a different language because you're so into it. I watch a lot of anime, and that happens a lot with quite a few animes. And quite a few international films too that I go to this specific independent cinema film for. So that's when you know it's a really, really good movie, when you're realizing that, when you forget that it's subtitled. Yeah. One thing I was a little bit confused about, and then I did not like about the film, I left the theatre wondering what the overall message was. I'm not sure of the point they were trying to get across, what the purpose of the film was. Were they just telling a story, or was there a deeper meaning behind it? If there was a deeper meaning, I have no fucking idea what it was. Perhaps it was lost in translation. Maybe it applies more to the French culture as a whole, because they are a culture about love and romance. Perhaps it just went right over my fucking head. But I will reflect on it a little bit more, and if you guys have any theories or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, because I would like to know what really is the purpose of the film. It was enjoyable, I did like it, but I do like films that have an overall theme or an overall message that they're trying to convey, like a story. I want to read a book, I want to leave it with new profound wisdom or a new story that's been told to me. With this one, it was kind of just like, oh, he murdered this chick, okay, then we found out maybe an hour and 20 minutes into the film who murdered her, which was quite surprising. I didn't expect to find out who actually murdered her. I thought it was going to be up in the air or at the very, very end of the film, but it was revealed quite a lot earlier on than I thought. And the person who did it makes sense, I guess. He was easily persuaded, or was gullible, a fucking idiot. Let's just call it what it is. And he loved this woman, and he wanted to protect her with all his strength and might. And he was carried away by his emotions. The other thing that I did not like about the film is I was confused about why Michael flew to Africa and what he was trying to achieve. Like, he found the boy who conned him, but he tried to choke him and then let him go, and then I'm not sure what happened next. Like, why did he bother going all that way? Like, what's his life now? A little bit confusing. And the way the film ended was just a bit abrupt for me. Again, I didn't know what the overall message was or what they were trying to tell me. The thing that blew my mind was that the French, everyone in the cinema laughed too. The French white man that took the African lady home was the husband of the girl that got murdered. I didn't not put that together. I'm not sure why, but I was blown away when that happened. Like, oh fuck, that makes sense. That's fucking terrible. Because the lady that got murdered was having an affair with that 20-year-old younger female. Just what a fucking mess of a relationship, honestly. That's one thing I guess did take away, that I don't want a relationship built on lies with affairs and cheating. I want to be honest and truthful with my partner. And if it's not working out, let's just break up and end it. If one of us falls out of love or we are craving something, honesty, truthfulness is a lot better than going behind someone's back. And staying in something that is not fulfilling for you or me. yeah, I recommend that you go see this film. It is a fucking good movie. It takes a while to start up, but if you give it a chance, and at least get halfway through, you will be leaving with more. A lot of the questions that you have will be answered, and you will be wanting to find out what happens next. Yeah, overall, I give this movie 8.25 out of 10, and that's it from me, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you have any questions or anything to say. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in the next video.